Welcome back to the Road to Rank 1 series, where I take a brand new Catan account and rank it up all the way to rank 1 in the world. So I'm currently around rank 50, and the season ends in 2 days. And I've lost a few games, which caused my elo to drop a lot. But now I'm going to be grinding a lot of games within the next 2 days, try to make it to the rank 1 spot. But yeah, I was in the first position. I took the 5-8-10 over here, and this is just really, really strong because whenever you have ore wheats together, generally, they're a pretty strong pick. And the reason for that is because, well, it's like exponential growth. You can get more and more cities as soon as you upgrade this. So now, Blue in the second position decides to take the 8-4-3, which is a little bit weird, but also makes sense. So now in the third position, we have Red. And Red's decided to take the 8-4-3 left. Yeah, I really don't like that pick at all from Red. I think in the third pick, you actually want to be taking the 6-9-3. It's one of the highest producing spots on the board, and it's like the best solo wheat spot. And the reason why I like the 6-9-3 is because whenever you're on like the solo wheat by yourself, no one else is going to solo block you on the 6 wheat. So you have a strong, reliable wheat that's never going to get blocked or doesn't get blocked very much. And it's, you know, as I say, no wheat equals defeat. So I really don't like the 8-4-3 left side on Red. And also, if I was Red, I probably would have pointed upwards on the 8-4-3 instead of point left, because you want to go in the 3-1 port. And Black decides to take the 8-10. Interesting. Opting for an ore wheat sheep setup over here. Which makes sense. Like it's kind of hard to play on this board anything else. But Blue, I really don't like how they took the 8-4-3 point upwards, because I don't think you're gonna the Red's gonna be very useful. As Blue, I probably would have pointed the road right. And also as Blue, I might have just taken something like the 8-4-10 point rate, getting a little bit more production, just because I think as whenever you take the 8-4-10, you're going to be getting sheep on the way back. I think there's a good chance you get something like the 6-5-11, or maybe the 6-3-11. Or you can simply just do something like the 9-10-11. So Red goes over here, takes a 5-9-10, which makes a lot of sense. They are overloaded on a bunch of extra wood, but they should be able to solve that problem by either one, getting on the 3-1 port, or doubling up on the brick, which evens out the wood-brick ratios. In general, you want to have a 1-to-1 wood-brick ratio, just because, you know, every single time you use a wood, you also use a brick. So now it's Blue's turn over here, and they're starting to realize that, the mistake of taking the 8-4-3, but they're still not totally screwed yet. They can take something like the 6-3-11, point right, and that does leave a lot of good options for me. So it just depends on where Blue goes, since where Blue goes is definitely going to impact me. I think in terms of where I block my opponents, it's almost always on the 8 ore. They're probably almost always robbed from Black over here. So that's what I thought. In this position, I basically probably to do something like the going down here and point left. I think I always have to take this and point left, and yeah, and I think I usually do win the race to the 2-9-10 here. So 5 rolls over here, and yeah, so 5 ore again. So now I have 2 ores in hand, and I can go ahead and make sure to trade that for bricks. And now there's an extra wood in Blue's hand. So as soon as the 6 rolls, they're not going to be trading it, but rather they're going to be spending it on the 6-5-12. And both Red and Blue are hotly contesting this. Preferably, I want Blue to win this race, actually, since I think Red getting here is a little bit too strong. Since if you look at it, they're going to be on, you know, double brick, the best bricks in the game, the triple wood, and they can just expand all over the place. So I think I'd actually rather Blue win the race to the 6-5-12. Not much for me to do. I'm going to do ore for wheat here, just to buy dev card. This is targeted towards Black, just since it gives him a dev card, he gives me a dev card. So this is targeted towards Black. Let's see if he takes it. I don't really like trading your ores way early, but in this position, I think I'm kind of fine with it. Let's see if I can try to get something like ore for 2 wood with Red. That's something like this, since it lets me 4-1. But I don't think I actually want a 4-1 here. I'm just going to pass. Ore for... Oh, shit! I did not mean to... I misclicked. Okay, I'm going to ask... Let's see if they're nice here. Let's see if they're nice. I'm begging them to take it back. I did not mean to take that trade. Oh, man. Yes! Yes! Thanks. I'll give him something. I won't block you next time. Okay. As a token of appreciation. The truth is, it probably didn't matter that much, though, since my hand is kind of stuck, though. It says honor to you. I mean, there's no reason for me to block Red anyways. But yeah, I always have to block the 8 ore instead. But it might not matter if I roll 7 and get 7'd out. I can do, like, ore for 2 wood. Yeah, ore for 2 wood would work, since it gives him a D card. And it gives me, like, basically a 4-1, which I'm willing to take over here in this position. And it's like, otherwise my hand is basically stuck. So this is a good move. For both of us. Since he gets a D card, I get a 4-1, but decides to say no, which is fine with me. And 4-1 me on wood isn't the greatest thing ever, since I am on an 8 brick here. I can't. Nah, there's no way I'm giving up 2 ore. This doesn't make sense. Like, giving him 2 ore is pretty insane. I think 8 and 10s are just unblock my hand. And also the 9 makes it so I can still 4-1 for a wheat, which is good for me. Yeah, I just don't think I can ever trade that. Hoping for any 8 or 10. Hell yeah. That's so lucky. Oh, that's actually so lucky. That's so lucky. Yes. This is a city right here. That's actually such a massive city. The problem with the city though is that I do get robbed in the from now on. Like, they got 7 out too. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, I probably lose the take the wood. Oh, what takes from red? Oh, it makes sense because they're actually racing. Because they're racing for this. Because both of them are holding their roads because they want the 6-5-12. That's why. But I was gonna say that like I think my opponents usually block the 8 brick and jack from me, which results in me typically losing the 2-9-10 since I just get jacked a bunch. And that's the beauty of Catan. It's like, you know, even though I am ahead of with the 5-8-10 city, it doesn't really matter that much since I'm gonna be getting robbed a bunch, and you know, 7 is the most commonly rolled number, so my opponent should be able to catch up. In theory. Okay, let's see. Okay, they decided to go here on the 3-1 port, which I actually think is better for black. The reason why I want to go here on a 3-1 port is because you know, you double up your ore, you get you upgrade this. Now you have basically a super strong. You have 10 points of ore, 10 points of wheat, 11 points of sheep, and you just have the perfect ore sheep ratios. And if it rolls inconsistently, you have a 3-1 port to go ahead and buy more D cards. All these spots are unblocked. Yeah. So I actually think this is a much better spot than going for the 2-9-10. Okay, so now blue goes ahead and rolls 6. They have the road settle in hand, nicely done. And basically that's why they're wanting to defend that. So 5 rolls now. This is interesting to note because I'm gonna actually want a lot of sheep in my hand. Was 1 wheat plus an on-block? Nah. Black's gonna block the 8 brick and the 5 ore and the 10 wheat anyways. It's an absolute scam. Whenever players offer like these non-block deals, it's only good if you're actually gonna get blocked. So you have to evaluate like where's the robber gonna go anyways. Okay. So in this position, I think I almost have to punish blue a little bit. Blue is everything that I want. Is blue has brick. He's got, yeah, I just kind of have to punish him, I think. He's got the sheep. I don't ever want the wheat from black. Black has 2 wheats in hand, so I just got to do this and punish blue. Okay, I got it. Sheep. This is beautiful since now I just pop once and I pop twice. VP. Night card. That's really, really good for me. And, okay, cool. So he rolls a 7 now, and it should be on the 8 brick. Jacks for me, gets a wood. Nicely done. And now he also has a road in hand, so let's see where he goes ahead and uses that. Like he decides to hold the road. Interesting. Cool. And there's also an ore here. Goes ahead and takes my other wood. I'll just say he just got wood. Just because like I know he doesn't really want wood. It's kind of dead in his hand. And if he wants the goodies, then he has to go after blue in this position. But you know, if he wants to solo block me, take my wood, that's all good. That's totally fine with me too. So let's see. Yep. The thing is like in that position, like because I'm tracking, I know that this card is a useless card for him. I want to reveal my hand. Because you know, if he steals from me, guess what? He's forced to pass. His hand sucks. But if he wants a brick, which blue has, that's great. Or if he wants more sheep, or if he wants an ore, then you always want to be jacking from blue. So in this position, I pretty much always jack from blue again. I think. Let's see. I'm actually going to jack from black in this position, which seems weird. Because they're closer to the settlement. And they also do have wheat in hand. I'm going to do... Oh, man, I got the wood. That's the one card I didn't want. Basically, the reason I stole from black is because I want to prevent them from dropping a settlement. Blue's not close to doing anything scary. Like, okay, except for dev cards. That's kind of annoying, actually. Okay, maybe... I don't know, man. If I jack from blue, maybe I get a brick, but like... And I think like if black, as soon as black settles over here, guess what black's gonna be doing? He's gonna be buying dev cards. And like, how do I win this game? I buy dev cards. So Mr. Red over here got 2 bricks, which is nicely done. The red settles since the 8 has not rolled yet. It rolls to 7. Yeah, this sucks since he's gonna put it on me into jack from me, which makes sense. He should be. Takes from me. Man, this is the thing is I'm not actually gonna block black here in this position. I probably block blue, but like the biggest problem with blocking blue here is that he actually goes ahead and he has positioning on me, so it kind of sucks. Take the sheep, that's good. Wood doesn't do anything. My opponents here are saying to go ahead and block my 5 ore, which I actually do agree with them. The 5 ore is probably better than the 8 brick. Well, actually, in this position, specifically not. Just because if you look at it, the 8 brick gives me exactly road settle. Now this kind of sucks since I get blocked. Yeah, I get blocked in the 5 ore. Okay, that sucks, but you know, it is what it is. So now the 8 rolls. If anything, I just need to keep blocking my opponents as much as possible since the robber is basically just going to keep going on me. Rightfully so. Okay, 8. And I think that might actually be a city for black. That's their 3rd ore. And if I was black, I'd actually upgrade the 693, which seems weird. Ooh, this for an ore? I'll take this before red takes it, actually. It's a D card for me, and it's a settlement for black. And I could charge extra cards, but I don't think I want to. I was taking that because I knew red was going to take it. Red was considering it, since we share the 8 together. So I wanted to beat them on the trade. Want the trade, but misclick. Okay, so yeah, I was accurate in the sense that like red also wanted the trade. Okay, I think the play here is actually road settle onto the 2-9-10. The other idea is I could simply go road settle on the sheep port, but it gives me too much brick. I don't like that. I think I just got to do this. Just road settle over here, and then I just simply have to pass. I would like to get on the 6-2. That'd be amazing, just because, it gets me more wheat. The brick port is activated. I can also go for road. But I don't think in this position I go for road super often, just because red outpaces me at a pretty high frequency. Let's see. City's the 8-4-3. That means his last card is a sheep in his hand. Cool. So we got sheep, 2 brick in hand. And then, okay. Cool. 4 rolls. And not much for me to do here. I think I probably just drop the road on the 5 ore. It's probably the best move. Okay. Blue has 2 roads in hand plus a sheep. Black might have to rob black here, since the black does have an ore in hand, but it doesn't matter as much. It doesn't really matter, actually. Yeah, black, it doesn't matter. I don't want to bully black because black's nowhere close to the city. Blue has a city also themselves. And also, I want to steal from blue here because I can break their road. And not just that, if I roll another 8 or 4, I can actually plow my way to the 6-2, which is kind of crushing. And I knew in that turn, remember, black has basically 2 roads plus a sheep. So I decided to hold the road again. Okay, now blue has a shit ton of roads now. Let's see. 5. But I have to go ahead and do this move for sure and plow my way to the 6-2. Yeah, this is just way too good for me. As soon as I get on the 6-2, my position becomes absolutely goated. Okay, so 7 rolls. Now, if blue's tracking, he should be blocking me in the 10 wheat because that, I need a 10 wheat to do anything, and then wheat hasn't been rolled. Okay, drops everything. So now he has 2 roads and a sheep in hand. Cool. And he goes ahead and plucks me. It takes the ore. Now he has 2 roads, a sheep, and an ore in hand. Nicely done. Let's go ahead and see where he commits the roads. He passes still. I really hate that move. You should start committing the roads since you're going to start 7ing out blue. But I guess maybe he wants to go ahead and cut off red. But I'll just drop a road, just maybe like a tingling red just over here. Because if red settles, it's whatever. I don't think. Okay, the 3-4-1 for the settle. Nicely done. I like that the 6 wheat just rolled. Another 6 wheat. So black has 2 wheat now. And they're basically looking for... they're probably going to go ahead and port some of the shit for a city. Okay, they just want this directly. Like, if I'm going to give you an ore, I need all 3 cards here. If you want the city, then I've got to suck you up for all the cards. Or if you want to hold at 7 cards, that's also totally cool with me. Oh, man. Why'd you give him a city? Yucky. Nasty. I guess, the reason why he wanted this is because he got the wheat was involved. I should have realized that. So if blue was taking that trade, then I would have taken that trade myself. But this is why you don't want to be taking that trade as blue. So now, as my position, I still want to be blocking the 8 ore, and I know that black has a wheat in their hand, and I could be destroying blue's hand, but blue's hand kind of sucks, right? Like, it's 1 wheat, it's 1 sheep, and it's like 2 roads in hand, so it doesn't actually do that much. Instead, I want to be doing this and basically punishing black, taking their wheat, thank you. In this hand, in this position, I'm basically waiting for sheep. I'm just going to pass since there's no point. Okay, also, I need to talk slower since a lot of y'all have said that like I talk too fast, and that's my bad. I basically, I watched a lot of YouTube, and I trained my ears to basically watch YouTube on 2x speed, which sounds ridiculous. And I think that's how it's affected me to this point where I speak faster because of it. And the reason why is because like I work as a YouTube strategist. Like, I mean, I'll show you. I'll just like point on the screen over here. There's gonna be a few videos that I've helped to make before. But yeah, I just like because I work as like a YouTube strategist, then I need to watch a lot of YouTube, and that's affected my speech where I talk faster. Okay, so he takes the wood, which is perfect since the wood's the card I don't exactly need. Hoping for any type of 9 or 11. A 4 rolled and 12 rolled while I was talking. Okay, 4 rolled and 12 rolled. Interesting. 9 rolls. This is a perfect settle over here on the 6-2. This puts me in a very strong position now. Now, like, I can really just pop dev cards and just crush because multiple wheat spots. This turns into a free card, double sheep spot, and my opponents. This is where like my opponents should call an emergency meeting and start feeding everyone. Like, okay, how can we get everyone's cities? How can we start combining all our production just to go ahead and take down orange? Because as soon as I get on this position, now it becomes super, super broken. And also, I think my opponent should have recognized like that one turn where I had a bunch of cards. What my opponent should have done, they's like, orange here has 2 roads. They're gonna want to go to the 6-2. Black, we need you to drop a road over here just to defend the 6-2. So if you have a super aware table, that's how you defend against this position. Ooh, they decided 3-for-1 for a brick. That's a mistake, I think. They need to be 3-for-1 for wheat or ore, since the difficult part about red's position is that like you need a city. And you shouldn't be porting for super common cards, which is brick. You should be porting for the rare cards, which is wheat and ore for you. So I think that's a mistake over here for red. Now for black, like, I think the best way like my opponents can win this is they need to start blocking me a bunch. They need black to buy a bunch of D cards. Well, in this position, I still go ahead and just do this, buy D card, and I'm just basically just sit here and chill. And basically buy D cards for the rest of the game and to protect my position. Cool. Let's hopefully roll for a 7. Ding. Give me the noise. Ding. Ah, whatever. Okay. Blue over here in this position, they're, I mean, you got to start dropping your roads somewhere, right, blue? Like, you've kept on holding your roads over and over and over again. I'll drop 1, 2, 3 roads to this spot over here, and also trade away some of the ores too, since the ore is sitting stuck in the hand. And there's no wheat on blue's hand. All right, let's see what they do. Like, you gotta play, right? But what are you doing? Timing out? Hurry, blue. Uh-oh. All right, well, blue just timed out, I guess. Maybe he just forgot. I don't know what just happened there. Maybe he just forgot. Okay, red drops another road. Okay, they can go ahead and settle for 7 points. Nicely done. But, you know, they suffer from the problem of no or equals 7 point score, which is not actually true. The no or equals 7 point score only exists because so it basically means that, like, you know, you get 5 settlements with longest road, you have no or and you can't city, and you're basically screwed. But if you look at red's position over here, it's not no or equals 7 point score is not true at all. Since as soon as you settle over here, you're on the wood port, and you're on all this extra wood, so you can easily just port your wood for a city, and you're good. I think I have to block black here. Like, what are the chances that red can actually win? Yeah, no, I'm gonna go ahead and block. I'm gonna go ahead and block red over here. Actually, okay, this is a panic block. I think in hindsight, if I had more time, I'd probably block the 9 wood because this is just multiple cards for red. Blocking the wheat here just kind of hurts red a little bit. But red is only at 4 points of settlements, so you know that's why I decided to do what I did. But yeah, like the thing is, I'm already 2 knights up on black, so I don't think I'm too afraid. Also, the thing is, like, I'm gonna share the 6 with black. We share the 8, but, you know, of course, their 6 and 8 is stronger. So maybe I'm just going to go ahead and pop a dev card in this position. Yeah, I'll just pop a D card, and then I'll go ahead and 4-1 for another D card, I think, in this position. Yeah, VP, that's good. Basically, this is a typical classic position. Double VP, army. Actually, well, okay, I have 1 VP extra. Okay, cool. It takes my wood. This is perfect since I don't really care about the wood at all. The wood is kind of dead. Since in this position, I don't need any more wood. All I have to do is get another city. This acts as like a wheat and ore. I did steal his only wheat. That's really, really bad as red over here. And I was hoping to get any of their wheat or ore, since I could just go ahead and 4-1. I'm just too far ahead of black for them to have a chance. So the next person is basically red. So that's why I decided to do that block. Just because, you know, black's... While black has a strong position here, they're just too far behind on knights. So that's why I'm just doing this over here. Okay, so bunch of ore in black's hand. Okay, so now they're wanting ore from black. This will probably go through. And the thing is, black doesn't want all that ore. He wants port fuel to go ahead and, you know, port his stuff. And I guess he wants a brick here. I don't know why black wants a brick, since maybe he wants to drop a road, but generally as black, you don't really want a brick here. Also, like, no. Like, black's not ahead. I'm ahead. Like, I'm at 5 points. I got 3 non-Ds and 2 knights. Like, I'm the person who's ahead here. Like, you guys need to work together at the table to take me down as much as possible. And black has still a long way to go. It does make me a little bit sad to see my opponents not working together. It always feels good to either one, like, be on the side of, like, the team working against the leader. That's always really fun. And, like, it's like kind of like working together on a puzzle to take down one person. But I like seeing how well my opponents can work together to take my position, to take it down. Like, if I'm in a really strong position, I want my opponents to, you know, be taking me down. Don't just let me win. Like, try. But, you know, a lot of people have a lot of resistance to that. It is what it is. Okay, so what sucks is I think I have to roll first, actually. Even though if the 5 rolls, I have to roll first here. That sucks. Since I don't want a 7 out here. So no 5. Okay, good. I just win every single time. There's guaranteed ore, but I already have a city in hand. So, nicely done. Go ahead and port this. And go ahead and drop a city over here. Nice. There we go. Honestly, like, I just got, like, a really, really strong position. Okay. And here are the dice stats if you, since everyone likes to ask the dice stats and stuff. So, I think I won this game because I had a very strong position from the very beginning. Like, I had all 5 resources, I won the strong expansion spot, and I got the 6-2. And I knew as soon as I got the 6-2, I'd basically win the game. You know, my setup becomes super flexible to buy dev cards, and no one else can compete with me in largest army. I think what needed to happen at the very beginning of the game was that my opponents need to work together and say, like, yo, orange has a very, very strong position, and we have to take them down. And the way we can do that is, well, one, we take away the 2, 9, 10, we go ahead and block orange over here, and, you know, we solo block them in the 10 wheat and the 5 ore, so that's the weakness. Whenever my 10 wheat and 5 ore gets blocked, I can't do anything. Like, whenever you see a game that's like this, 6-5-5, like, and it's not close, that's how you know your opponents didn't do a good enough job of working together, taking down the strong setup. Whenever there's a strong setup, you might hear me say in the very beginning of a game a lot of the times, like, oh my gosh, like, this guy has a killer setup. We're basically screwed. We have to work together to take him down. And it's true, because if we don't work together, well, we just lose. So yeah, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.